Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild. I'm out here on Virunga Savannah today in multiplayer on my own map, but that's not important right now. I chose this map mostly because it's one of the most unique maps that they've ever put in the Hunter Call of the Wild, in my opinion, simply because every single species on this map is unique. And I think that now that we are getting Sunderpatan, Nepal, Himalayan mountains, I think that that is almost going to be one of the first times that we've really had a map that is going to have that completely unique feel to it. And that's even including the fact that we're going to have 3 repeating species on this map. Like, I just really think that because there's such a degree of like unique terrain and like there's dynamic weather, there's the mountain region, there's the southern region with the dry riverbeds, there's tigers that are gonna hunt you as a character, there's snow leopards like ghosts in the mountains. And then yesterday, Tuesday, EW revealed the fur variations for the Great One Tahr. Oh my goodness. I am so unbelievably excited about this. I've already picked a favorite fur. I've already picked a favorite one, and we'll get to that. So, in the Great One Tahr video, I will give you guys some like rough timestamps if you want to go check these things out for yourself. Just so you guys know, I will give you that because I had to go back and rewatch the VOD myself, so I didn't watch it live. I missed it. But we'll go over everything that we kind of saw in yesterday's stream, and I'll show you pictures, and I'll give you guys some timestamps. That way you can go back if you wanted to see it yourself as well. So, one of the first things that Jaxie brought up when he was kind of introducing everything is the fact that this Great One is going to be different in the fact that this Great One has no drink time.
This is the first Great One that does not have a drink zone. It's a different take. We knew it would happen eventually. We knew we would end up with something that's a different form of hunt. And that's exactly what this is. It's pretty cool. I gotta be honest.
The Tahr do not have a drink time. They are a mountainous sheep goat species, which, much like the mountain goat on SRP now, they do not have a drink time. They're not gonna like congregate, I guess, around lakes, so your grinding strategies from other Great Ones where, you know, you set up your tents, your tripods, and everything all around all the lakes and all the drink times. You've got a reliable, like, place to go and get these things. That's just not really going to be the picture. And then he shows off some rares and uncommon fur types. He shows you the white fur type and the albino fur type on a female Tahr. He shows you the albino fur type on a male Tahr. And he does end up spotting them, and the Tahr are class 4, which I think is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to take my 303 or my 308 AR up into the mountains of Nepal and get into some really long range shooting from like the mountaintops if I can see them down in a valley, or if I'm down in a valley and I can see them up on the mountains. I'm excited for the long range opportunities. And then we get our first look at the first fur type, and we have the fabled gold. I think this fur type is gorgeous. I love the like gold belted band of fur that goes all the way around its like body, and then you've got the real deep tones in its legs and that stripe down its face. Gorgeous animal. Fabled gold is going to be a lot of people's favorite. Then after the fabled gold, he showed us the fabled gray, which I thought that the fabled gray was really pretty, and I thought it was gonna be my favorite. I think that I prefer the like blackish, blue, gray, silvery, like steel tones of the Tahr. I do really like the way that this one looks. And then he like spawned in a dark red one, which the dark red was like one of the common fur types that he showed us on a female earlier in the video. But I think from what he explained that this was not a fabled fur type, so he doesn't think that it's something that's possible. It's just something that he was able to spawn in with dev controls. But this is not, from what we understand, a Great One fur type. It is a standard fur type for the Tahr. But then he brings back the fabled Latte, which, love the name, as a very, very avid caffeine consumer of the coffee varieties. I love the name Fabled Latte so much. I don't quite understand why that was the choice of the name. Nonetheless, gorgeous animal. Love the blending that they've got going on with the white, the gray, and the black. Gorgeous. And after that we have the Fabled Half, which is kind of reminiscent of, I think it's called the Two Tones. the Great One Moose fur type, where it's like splash white and black, like half and half. Kind of reminiscent of that. Very, very dark one half, very, very light one half, with like a nice little speckling through that band in the middle where the colors meet. Gorgeous. Love it. And then after that, this one I think is gonna be my favorite, guys. This is the one that I think that I want. The Fabled Snow. The white, like, mane of just puff that this Tahr has, and that real dark face, and then like the way that the white fades to the dark as it goes down like the body. Oh, I want this one. I want this one bad. That is the fabled Tahr for me. Like that's the fur type that I want. 100%. My favorite one. I get why people like some of the other ones more, but that's the one for me. That Fabled Snow. 100%. And then he showed off the Fabled Scar, which originally we kind of saw the pictures of the face of it, where we saw like the scars across the face. But as Jaxie walks around this thing, and you just see these huge body scars, and he talks about like this Tahr had like wandered too far and got caught up with a tiger, or like had won in a battle with a snow leopard up in the mountain. Like that's impressive. But I really appreciate the way that they went about this by, instead of leaving like scars where that's just like bald streaks of, you know, scarred skin, they've actually chosen to give this Tahr like regrown fur that just has a different color to it. I really appreciate that that's the route that they went with when they did the Fabled Scar fur type. And then we've got our last Fabled fur type that they showed off in the teaser short. I don't know if you saw it, but it came out very, very recently. But this is the Fabled Skull. Kind of reminiscent of the scary movie hockey mask vibe, but also like Call of Duty Ghost. Like, yeah, very reminiscent of that. But I really like the like star streak that's like spread down this Tahr's back and shoulders. I really like that aspect of this one. I don't know if I would say that this is my second favorite one, because I think my second favorite one is actually the Fabled Gray. But I do really, really like the Fabled Skull. The white face with like the little dark markings around like the eyes. I do really like that. But I think that Fabled Snow is the one that I really want. And Jaxie did tell us, as he was showing us the Tahr Great Ones, he was only spawning them in with one of the horn types. So there are other horn variations, but we only got to see one. And as he, you know, kind of wrapped everything up, he Jaxie did his Jaxie thing, and he started spawning in a ton and a ton and a ton of them just to see, you know, just to boost that little serotonin a little bit. I don't blame him. I would have done the exact same thing if I had dev controls. Of course, I'd be spawning a bunch of stuff in to test the limits of the game, just to see how much he could really handle. And then, you know, he had a little fun, and he set them all to aggressive, which is not an actual behavior that they will have in the live game. But, like,
All just went aggressive.
it's still fun, and I totally get it. I would do it, too. I would be, like, having so much fun with setting the most random animals to aggressive and like creating the funniest shorts out of it, but like with, you know, dev build or like not live game, like something like that. Like that'd be so fun. Anyway, at the end, when he did harvest the one that was unintentionally the wrong fur type, we did notice that the logo for the Great One Tahr is actually the same logo that they use for the red deer, moose, fallow, and whitetail. And they did not release or come up with a new Great One logo that's more reminiscent of horns instead of antlers, which was kind of interesting. As far as other things that we know that our repeat species is the gray lag geese, water buffalo, and black buck. And water buffalo and black buck are both getting remastered. The pumas on Parquet and SRP. Mountain lion puma, whichever one you want to call it, they are getting adjusted, so they're not going to be calling all the time, which is going to be fantastic. So many cool things happening, so many cool things coming out. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And this Friday, early access starts. I'm so excited for next Tuesday. That's all I have for you today. Like, I'm just so excited that I can't even focus on a proper hunt right now, and that's why we're doing this. Oh, I'm so excited. And I really hope you guys are too. That is all I have for you today. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.